and with Independence coach John Aichler. And John, you and I have been talking a long time. You've been chasing the state championship. Tonight it became a reality for you. I mean, all that hard work must have just came flooding out of you when the clock ticked off.
Well,
and I know you're happy for the players, but
that God put me at Independence High School for a reason, and your career goes in circles, and people in Coal City and Sophia bought into what I was selling, and they still do, and I'm so grateful that they let me be a part of their community, and I'm really proud to represent them tonight and represent them hopefully with class.
Do you feel like I know last year you said you feel like you let them down by not winning the state championship. Was it?
I did.
You pay back?
I did. And I think a couple of players did. I thought we felt like, you've been at the games. You see how crazy it gets. And you saw how many people we had up here tonight. And we just and I felt like we let them down we worked so hard, but we let the community down. And tonight, I think we redeemed that, and our kids played not just for us, but for our community.
Judah said when he came as a freshman, they saw a sign that said state championship under construction. He was talking to one of his teammates. He said, what do you think the odds are? When you come in as a freshman.
I told him before the game, it wasn't by design. I mean, everything was by design. It really was. From bringing strength coach in, bringing Coach Grog in, Coach Cuthbert, the former coach, being a huge part of what we do. It was just a big, huge team effort. And you can do that when everybody – isn't it amazing how well you can do when everybody pulls for each other to do good,
Well, you've been saying that saying, there's no limit a man
no
can
amount
do.
of good a man can do if he don't care who gets the credit.
Look,
I can guarantee you I didn't do much. I mean, just come to our practice and watch our coaches work. I just kind of sit there and watch.
Judah with 376 broke a record. Was held by Dylan Tonfrey, pretty good player from Bridgeport a few years ago, played at WVU. Chris Lefhue had the longest run from scrimmage previous to Judah running 95 yards. I mean, he's just, this run he's gone on is amazing. He's got over 2,500 yards now.
Yeah, we knew we knew when he was a freshman he was going to be special, And hindsight's 20/20, but daggone, you got the Kennedy Award winner in your backfield last year, and we all think he's going to be the Kennedy Award winner this year. I think he proved it tonight. That I'm not saying he's the best player, but daggone, he's one of the best players. And he did such a great job tonight. But you know what? I've been saying it all year. That daggone offensive line is pretty special.
And the defense, too, probably overshadowed because of the great offense you guys have. Not by you, of course, but, around the state. I had a lot of people say, man, I had no idea their defense was this good.
Well, I don't think we gave up 5 touchdowns all year. So I think, we let, in the second half, we let the young kids play. I don't think varsity gave up 4 touchdowns all year. So, that's credit to Coach Cuthbert and our defensive coaches, Larry Cook, who's been in a couple semifinals himself, So, the first step was bringing in great coaches, and the next step was getting kids to buy in.
Honestly, John, when you left last year, you knew what you had back, but did you think – it's hard to get to this game. Did you think you would have a shot? I mean, I know you had a shot. Did you think you would do it?
I did. I really, truly did, because I knew what was in that locker room. Now, I for sure didn't know the landmines that were going to be out there, but I knew we had a chance because I knew we had number 10 and number 1 in that backfield, Trey Bowers and Judah Price. And, when you got Trey and Cyrus Goodson and Colton Corona on the outside, that's a pretty special bunch to have.
And Trey had 118 yards tonight.
Yeah, Trey gets overlooked sometimes because Judah gets all those big numbers, but Trey's special, and to run a no-huddle, fast-paced offense, that's tough to do.
It surprised you that Judah was also your leading tackler tonight?
No, doesn't surprise me at all, because we were in robber coverage. So we went man coverage, and wherever Dame went, Judah went. So that was we spied him with Judah. So that was by design.
You've done it now, and it'll take a couple of days, I think, to sink in. But your initial feelings. Now, I know you shared a special moment with your wife there before you came over to do.
Well,
this and I know that's been important for you.
Yeah, it was. My wife, Linda, she's been tooth and nail with me from day one. 30. This is my 30th year as a head coach, and you don't know what she's been through. she don't get to come out here and play and get that. You know, she's got to sit and listen to everybody scream and holler all the time. So she's a special lady, and she deserved this more than I did.
Do you ever sit and think about what it would be like to win a state championship? Maybe when you're watching some of your brethren here in the coaching field win?
I think as I'm an older coach now, I appreciate it a lot more than if I would have won it when I was younger. You know, if I was younger, I don't think I appreciated it. You know, but now as I've gotten a little older, I think it'll hit a little better. You know, a little more humble.
You certainly deserve it.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great job, man.
All right, thanks.